Today I've got Ella with me. So Ella and Hey, so it's Jason with JM Photography and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got Ella with me. So Ella and I worked together for a couple years. She was a teen model rep for me, and then in 2023 she graduated high school and she was a senior model rep for me. And then last year she's just been all over the planet doing her own thing, living her best life, right? Yes. And I noticed that she just came back into town, and so I was like, hey, I've got a video I'd like to shoot, some photos, you want to collab? And she said, I guess so. So Ella is back shooting with me today. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some lighting. What can you do when the sun is not necessarily working for you? And all too often I see newer photographers not necessarily understanding lighting or how to actually work with it. I even saw just the other day this TikTok photographer basically explaining catch lights in the eyes and how you need to have catch lights in the eyes. And so you need to turn your model or your subject whenever you're out there to find catch lights in their eyes. Unfortunately, sometimes what that means is you're putting them right in the sun and they're looking right into the sun. So of course they're going to be like this. So that doesn't look good. And so you need to be careful of what you're actually paying attention to. But so in this video, I'm going to try to show you how you can actually find good light. I'm going to show you some good examples of bad light and hopefully some good examples of good light. And Ella's always going to make it all the way beautiful. So we've got her in this beautiful white dress. I love the back on it. It's gorgeous. Her hair game is always on point, so we're gonna start shooting. That's a long intro for a short video, hopefully a short video, but you ready to go?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, fantastic. So first things first, I'm gonna show you some bad light that I actually see, and I feel like this should be common sense, but in all honesty, I did the same mistake when I was starting. You're trying to get, like, the sun's too bright, so it's actually like 10 o'clock in the morning. The sun's real high right now, so it's real bright. So maybe your thought process is give me some shade. So I've got Ella in some shade, but if you look, you're gonna see all this weird light all over her. And it's just like, it's dippled or dappled lighting, whatever. It's not flattering. And all too often you see it. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna take a picture, just a natural light picture using this and show why it's not that good. I hate making Ella not look good, but she's still gonna make this dappled lighting look good. Good, and last one. So again, she's got shade, and you're gonna notice she's got real bright light on the back side of her face. But what you're also gonna notice is just all this weird light patterns on her chest. And so the best thing to actually do, and it's the easiest, is take Ella and say, face out. So I like to shoot, especially because I use the flash, I like to shoot with the back to the sun. So now, if you look, she's got beautiful even light all across her body. I don't even need the flash. I can still light her properly using natural light just like that, and she doesn't have any of that ugly, funky lighting all across her chest. So let's do just a couple little soft poses in here with your, yeah. Beautiful. So she's got a beautiful hair light from the sun all across the top of her head. It's just gorgeous. She does have some specular highlights on her shoulder, but I want to get proper exposure on her face, right? So that's good. So I've shown you bad, good, and now what I'm going to show you is, and what my opinion is best. So I've got Ella's back still to the sun, so she does have a little bit of that light on her shoulder. And what I've actually done is now I'm lighting her from camera left. So basically it's opposite the sun. So I'm going to show actually two different methods for setting up my flash also. So this one is the technical way that most people do it. Your key light here is opposite the sun. So the sun is that backlight. So I'm gonna just shoot a couple shots like this. Gorgeous. What if we take like one little stride to that flash and then just kind of, yeah, just so we can get that weight on that front hip and just kind of give a little tug on the dress. Yeah, just like that. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Love it, Ella. She's like, I don't care I was gone for a month or a year. Beautiful. And then one more where you're kind of looking straight out that way. Still play with that hair. Give me hair, the body on that, on the hair. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Gorgeous. Good. Okay, so that is one way to light. I'm gonna show one more way to light in this same position. So the other way that you can actually light is, we've got the sun coming this way, right? And so the sun is actually casting shadows this way. So if I light this way, which is good, it's perfectly fine and acceptable, and it's actually the way I've lit for years, you're pushing the shadows the opposite way. But what if you actually light it to where you're still casting shadows in the same way as the sun, almost making it like the light that's coming from your flash is still sunlight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my flash over here and I'm going to light it this way so that it's still giving you that feeling that it's the sun hitting, but I'm going to try to wrap it around her face a little bit. So give me just a few seconds. Okay, so now as you can see, I've got the flash on camera right. And so what I'm basically doing is I've got it, the edge of the far side of the umbrella is hitting the front side of her body, right? Because I've got all the rest of this light. If I actually move it like this to where it's more centered on her, I might not get that light spill this way to fill her body. So I'm gonna actually put the edge of the light to her shoulder so that this light here can kind of come in and wrap around a little bit more. It's just gonna give it a little bit more of a natural feel. So let's step out with right, yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Gorgeous, 2 and 3. Love it. Beautiful. Yes. Do this, hand here instead of up here, just tuck it into your neck right there. And then just bring the elbow down. Yeah, perfect. And then just kind of look down and away again. Yeah. Beautiful. And then what if we do like a little kneel? Still keeping your back to the sun. Yeah. These are really pretty. I'll show you these in just a second. 1, 2, 3. Gorgeous. I'm not shooting in high-speed sync. I'm at 1/200, cut your blink, 1/200 on my shutter, 1.4 on my aperture. Beautiful. Let's go 2 hands up. Yeah, oh, beautiful, right there, real soft hand. So yeah, perfect. 1, 2, 3. 2 and 3, eyes out like you daydream. Because you would always daydream with your hands to your head just like that. Beautiful, relax. 4 different ways of lighting, one bad, one good, the natural light. I'll show that natural light one raw, and then I'll show it how I would edit it. And then I've got 2 different ways to light with a flash. If you're asking why I don't use a reflector, or you could say you can use a reflector, yes you can. I just don't like them. I don't feel like you can control it as much as you can control a flash, and so I don't use them. All right, so what if you have clients that have this idea for this location and it's all open, and you don't have shade at all, which is basically what we did. We came right out here, no shade. She's got this sun, as you can see, it's right in her eyes. What I'm gonna show you is how you can actually, it's super hard light, but how can you embrace that light? And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have her basically look right up towards the sun. Now, I don't wanna blind her, so I'm gonna have her close her eyes. You don't always have to have the eyes open. Have her close her eyes. You can kind of have her arm to her face just to give a little bit more shade, but we want to see the sun hitting the whole front side of her body, and that's what we're gonna do here. So again, I'm gonna show you different ways that you can actually light for the environment. So no flash on this one. I do have my ND filter on. So like this, it's gonna be almost like again, a walk past that, and you're just gonna kind of be up, and you can use your hand to block your face if you want. Yep, so let's go that right hand, right? Yeah, right hand up across the top. Yes, and feel free to close your eyes. I don't want you blinded at all. Lift your hand up just a little bit more right there. Ready? Yeah, I know it's bright. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Gorgeous. 2 and 3. Fantastic. Last one and 3. Again, I don't want to blind her, so I'm not going to sit there and have her shoot into the sun all the time. This is where, if you were looking for those catch lights like that one photographer said, I don't even remember the photographer's name, and I'm not going to throw that out there, but the only way to get catch lights in her eyes really are have her looking towards the sun, and that's just, she's going to be squinting, she's going to have weird shadows in her eyes, so that's no good. So that's one way you can embrace the sun. The next way is, again, how I would do it. I'm going to have the sun to her back. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push her this way. So I'm gonna move all of my stuff this way, and I'm gonna shoot it still natural light. And you're gonna see why this isn't necessarily still the best option, because the brightness or how bright it actually is. All right, so I've got her back to the sun. Again, not shooting with the flash. So yeah, oh, right there, right there. 1, 2, 3. She's still a little bit dark. Knowing the capabilities of my camera, I know that I can kind of bump up in post a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Let's go kind of like, again, face up like you're in, but turn the other way. Yep. So if you turn back towards the way that you said, or the way you did it, if you look there in the video, you might actually see turning that way actually puts some of those hard spots of light into her cheekbones. So I don't want that. So I'm gonna have her turn opposite of that. 1, 2, 3. Knowing the capabilities of my camera, I know that I can pull up some of her exposure on her face, but I'm trying not to lose all of the detail in the sky around her. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Last one, fantastic. So that right there is, again, natural light shooting at 10:30 in the morning, super bright. I've got her back to the sun, how you should actually do it. You need to know how to shoot in manual, because that really will help. All right, so now, next I'm gonna do is I'm going to light her. Again, I'm gonna light her 2 ways. I'm gonna light her kind of with the sun and then opposite the sun. So I'm gonna do opposite the sun first, like I did before. All right, so I'm turning the flash back on. Still have the ND filter on. I'm not in high speed sync. Oh, that is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous. I'm gonna make just a couple of adjustments here. So I want to make it a little bit more dramatic on my lighting. So I'm gonna see how that's gonna look. Me and Ella are both starting to melt. It's a super hot day here in San Antonio. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 2 and 3. But you'll definitely see blue in the skies, proper exposure on her, exposure all the way around. Last one, Ella. Yep, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. Last set of shots, because again, we're melting and we need to get back in the shade. I'm gonna keep you right in there, still feeling that way, but I'm gonna move my flash to work with the sun. All right, so now I've got it 45 degrees on her other side. So again, you'll see she's got this beautiful rim light from the sun here. So as soon as she turns her face a little bit more that way, we've got light on her face. We don't want that. So we're gonna keep her still kind of this way, but I want you kind of engaging that a little bit. Yeah, maybe right in there, yeah. Remember, as a photographer, you control where they're looking, where they're positioning. So do that. 1, 2, 3. 2 and 3. Give me that same pose again. That little pull around, yep. Let's go chin down just a little bit. Yep, right there. And eyes back to me. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3. So here you can really see that I've got the light still coming from the side of the sun and it's wrapping on her very well. Oh, fantastic. Let's get out of the sun. We'll show those in a bit. All right, so last set of shots, because we're cooking. I've got her basically on a little blanket. We're in the shade. Again, it's too hot. The sun is still coming from camera left, so it's hitting this way. You can actually see some of the lights on her shoulders this way. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm not going to show the 3 different forms of light here or 4, whatever. I'm going to shoot my flash, basically wrapping on her, mimicking that sun still. 1, 2, 3, 2 and 3. Love it. Gorgeous, last one. Beautiful. One more, both hands to the hair, just like what you're doing, and give me that look away. Yeah, yeah. A little bit more arch in that back. 1, 2, 3, 2 and 3, yes. Ah, going out with a bang, Ella. Fantastic, loved that last one. That was gorgeous. All right, yeah, did you have fun?
Yes, I had fun. It was fun, I liked it.
Good. Yeah, so she like jumped right back into it like she hadn't taken a day off. That was fantastic, incredible. So, but hopefully through the video, you've seen several different ways of lighting: bad, good, better, and maybe best. You're gonna get examples from all of those. I'll try to show you examples of non-edits versus the edits. But remember, dappled lighting on the body, on the face is no, don't do that. It doesn't look good. It's very unprofessional unless it's for a specific purpose. You're always wanting that nice even light across the body, across the face, and so that's typically why I shoot away from the sun or having the back to the sun. Hopefully you liked what you see. If you do, please hit the little subscribe button, hit the little bell to be notified for every time I post. Make sure you follow Ella on Instagram, fantastic, and follow me, of course. Until next time, keep shooting. Thank you.